Well, Chef, first of all, I want to thank you for allowing us to sit here and do our first hot chicken challenge. And I have to ask you a question. So you served us karage,
Yep.
right? Which is a traditional Japanese style of cooking chicken, correct? It's amazing, first of all.
Thank
and
you
I know,
very much.
and I've been here before and had it. Is this one of your more popular dishes on the menu, or what would you say is actually your most popular dish?
This is definitely one of our most popular dishes,
Yeah.
for sure, hands down. Yeah, so it's a Japanese style fried chicken. We marinate in a little bit of soy sauce, sake, and a little bit of sweet sake. And then we coat it in a Nashville seasoned oil and then the Nashville spice. So it's kind of like this, East meets West type fried chicken, and it's very, very popular.
And will you be adding the 2 million Scoville units to it?
Yes. Yeah. Only for your table, Ed.
Smart. So I know you've been opened less than a year. I can't tell you, I was so excited when I walked in this place. The ambience, the vibe in here is off the charts. Not what you would expect in the South Bay. So what was the inspiration for the interior design in the restaurant?
Well, that's a great question. Well, I think we wanted to go for something a little bit darker, with pops of color. Definitely, I am Japanese, so kind of a minimalist approach with certain elements that are kind of Japanese. So as you can see here, like it would be like the cherry blossom trees,
Right.
And then combined with the citrus trees. My wife actually picked this out, but there's a ton of citrus that grows in California, and so we thought it was a very, very great wallpaper for this
Right.
room.
So I would say this is definitely not a traditional Japanese restaurant at all. What concept would you describe it as?
I would say, this is definitely, my version of LA cooking. Me being Japanese American, but still, born and raised here, so using everything that's seasonal, especially from the local farmers, and then getting influence from all of the different cultures in LA. You go to LA, you go to different parts of the city. There's, Salvadorian, there's Mexican, there's Thai, and kind of pulling from all of those flavors because that's kind of what I grew up in.
You have a relatively easy to understand menu. Is it something that's fixed, or do you change it from week to week? How do you manage that?
We do everything seasonally. Me and my wife go to the farmer's market every single week and handpick all of our produce. So, lucky for us, Southern California, it's warm, so tomatoes are actually gonna go a little bit longer than typical. We just base our menu based on what's available at the market.
I've been here for dinner, but I heard you're starting to open up for brunch. Is that one day a week, or what's the story there?
Yes, we have actually already opened for brunch, and we do it on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Yep.
And what would you say are your main brunch dishes?
Wow,
We know what eggs are and bacon and
Sure.
pancakes. Is it that, or is it something completely different?
We have a Japanese style pancake that's about this thick, served with
Oh my
a
God.
blueberry compote and a salted maple butter, which is absolutely amazing. You gotta come try that. Yeah, it's like this high.
What's it
It's
called?
awesome. It's called the Japanese pancake.
So it's not just a clever name.
No, it's like a souffle style. So
Sounds amazing.
It's very, very fluffy, and it is definitely one of our most popular dishes.
Who did you draw your influence from in the kitchen?
Wow. Well, I think I got a lot of influence from all of the chefs that I've worked for. I have two main, chefs that are I consider my mentors. Michael Cimarusti and then Dave Lefevre, obviously of MB Post and Fishing with Dynamite, and they've taught me the right way to run a kitchen. How to source seasonal produce and seasonal seafood and other things, and they've been a big inspiration.
So, as a fan of kitchens, right? Just a casual fan, I've seen or certainly heard stories about kitchens and how tough they are to work in.
Sure.
When you have a really high ego chef. Did you get to experience that with either one? Not to throw either one under the bus, but anyone as tough as Keller or those guys that have that reputation of just being a little bit over the top when it comes to...
I've been very, very fortunate, and luckily, David and Michael, they're just not those types of people.
Yeah.
I think everyone calls it like the old school way of, being in the kitchen and being trained, but nowadays that doesn't fly anymore, and you just want to be treated, the way that you want to treat others, the way you want to be treated, and I feel like that's new standard now.
So what really makes a great chef, right? There's restaurants that just put out amazing food, chefs that put out amazing food. Is it from training, or is it just like in you that you just have a natural ability to know flavors and combinations, or what do you think makes a great chef?
I think you have to be a good leader. You know, a chef isn't just all about the food. You have to be a good, be able to train your crew in a way where it's positive and that people are having a good time. I think food is a part of it. I think that's how we have our natural outlet. We make people happy through the food, and obviously there's technical stuff that's definitely important. But I do think that for me, anyways, the leadership aspect is much more powerful. From a chef standpoint for me.
That makes a lot of sense. I think that's in many businesses.
Yeah.
Miguel, I have to ask you a question. I know you've worked this row before in Hermosa Beach.
Yeah.
Your pre-business professional career.
Right.
Is this spot familiar?
This used to be Shark's Cove.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a Steelers bar, really high ceilings, just really kind of, it was dive, right? But big, right? And they would pack it in on Sundays for football. Definitely taking a shot or two in here during my day.
Awesome. And your restaurant's called Ryla in downtown Hermosa Beach. Where did it get its name? Did it have?
It's just my first initial, my middle initial with LA behind it. That's it.
Shit.
Yeah, so that's why,
Genius.
we got all of our guys wearing Dodger hats and
Yeah.
I
EKLA.
didn't know that. It's nice, that rolls,
Yeah, good. Well, anything else that you want to share that's coming up for you in your world or business or anything that you think is important to say?
No, I mean, we love being here. We feel like we've been very, very well received from the community, and we love to see everybody, and I love to touch everybody in some way.
Awesome. You're doing a great job. We love coming here. Thanks for hosting our hot karage challenge. It was amazing. Thank you. The chicken was the best
It was
part.
great.
for
It was
sure.
really tasty, yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for having me.
Thank you. You got it. All right.